Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
There are race riots going on across the UK. And, I'm going to let you watch a video from CNN. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, the UK and the US, when it comes down to us, they do the same exact thing. If they can do a report and avoid talking about us, that's what they do. So now this race riot has broken out. They mention the Muslims and then they say in other minorities. No, you can look at other reports and Black people are being attacked over there too. But they are avoiding saying that, they're avoiding it. So I'm going to show you the video and I'll be right back with the rest of my commentary. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, has been going on for a few days now. So this thing got jumped off. They said the far right started attacking hotels where asylum seekers are staying, that's where they're staying, just like they keep these migrants in hotels here. Like I said, they mirror what each other do. If you see the US doing it, the UK is doing that too. The funny part is, I was listening to a couple of different videos, and one person said, well, is the royal family going to make a statement? Well, what kind of statement can they really make? They ran Meghan Markle out of there. So how do they go before the cameras and talk about a race riot that's going on and go before the people, knowing what they did to Meghan Markle? I don't think that's going to go over so well. It's really, at this point, best for them just to be quiet. That's my opinion. So, y'all, I'm going to play the video and I'll be right back.
Scary scenes out of the UK tonight as rioters trying to smash their way into a hotel housing immigrants and asylum seekers. The protesters are also attacking police in Rotherham, England, and trying to set 2 hotels on fire. The Prime Minister condemning the violence as the work of thugs.
People in this country have a right to be safe, and yet we've seen Muslim communities targeted, attacks on mosques, other minority communities singled out, Nazi salutes in the street. I won't shy away from calling it what it is: far-right thuggery.
Journalist Elliot Gotkin is joining us now from London. Elliot, at this point, what could bring the temperature down?
It's hard to see, really, Jessica, because let's not forget how this all started, which was with misinformation about the identity of the person that killed those 3 small girls at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class in the seaside town of Southport near Liverpool in northwest England. So things do seem to have taken on a bit of a life of their own. We saw protests across cities in the UK on Saturday, and it was expected that there would be some more today on Sunday, but they really have degenerated into perhaps even more violence than we saw a day earlier. This is in Tamworth this evening. This is just outside Birmingham, the UK's second city, where, as you say, the mob there tried to and succeeded in setting fire to a Holiday Inn Extra, which has been housing asylum seekers, people that have come to this country to try to get refugee status. And I suppose it's the timing is perhaps a little embarrassing for the local member of Parliament, who's from the Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour Party, when just last week she said in Parliament that the local people in Tamworth wanted their Holiday Inn back. They didn't want it to continue housing asylum seekers, and some of those people perhaps may have taken those words and taken matters into their own hands. And this just came a few hours after a mob also managed to set fire to a Holiday Inn Extra in Rotherham in the north of England, where also the fire was put out. Officers there with riot shields seemingly pinned against the wall of the hotel there as the rioters threw projectiles at them. They smashed their way into the hotel. They took out furniture and started hurling that at the officers as well. At least 10 officers have been injured. There have been there's something like 150 arrests after yesterday's violence. No doubt there have been many more today, and there's even reports that the government is going to have to draft in extra lawyers and have courts working kind of overnight to process the large number of people that are going to have to go through the legal system now after being caught on camera and being found to be in breach of the law.
You know what? This whole thing was planned because it just broke out in too many places. You can tell people sat down and planned this entire thing out from start to finish. Now, when I woke up this morning, it said 400 people have been arrested. So they're saying these are far-right protesters. They attacked a hotel housing asylum seekers in violence over the weekend. So here are the locations these riots broke out in: Rotherham, Liverpool, Hull, and Bristol. It's just too many places for that to be a coincidence. This was well planned and thought out from start to finish. So they said these are asylum seekers. Now, from what I understand, yeah, there are Muslims, but there are also black people over there being attacked as well. So when this article came out, they said, they had unalived 3 children, and the asylum seekers were staying at a Holiday Inn Express in Rotherham, and they said the police were injured. At least 10 officers altogether were injured. It was not immediately clear how far the siege demonstrators went into the hotel. So, but they said they got a video and photos of the confrontation between the police and the protesters. And as you can see in the video, it got quite violent. And it still is, because it's still going on. Now, the Prime Minister, as you can see, spoke in the beginning. All he was willing to mention were Muslims. But trust me, there's more than just Muslims being attacked over there. Those who feel targeted because of the color of your skin or your faith, I know how frightened this must be. This is what Starmer said. I want you to know this violent mob do not represent our country, and we will bring them to justice. Really? Well, what segment of your country represents the hatred of Meghan Markle? You hate her because of the color of her skin. Y'all ran that woman out of the country. Okay? And that royal family, all the way up until now, has said nothing. That's why I kind of chuckled to myself. If they're not willing to talk about all the stuff that went down with Meghan Markle, what makes you think they have any interest in coming forward to talk about a race riot going on in the UK. Now, no defense, but which royal family member are you willing to listen to? Charles, who we already know got a racist reputation. Camilla, the side chick that became the queen. William, come on. You can't put none of them people. You can't even put Kate in front of the camera. You can't put none of these people in front of the camera to address race when it's very clear that racism is deeply rooted in that royal family. So what can they come forward and say without being laughed at? That's why I'm laughing when y'all trying to say we just don't represent our country. Well, then you better tap them people on the shoulders that are still putting all them ugly stories out about Meghan over there then. Maybe they didn't get the memo. So anyway, they're saying, oh, these shocking scenes and seeing what's going on in Britain. Oh, this is so horrible. Yeah, it is horrible. But in order for things to jump off that badly over in the UK, it had to be a lot of stuff leading up to that. It had to. So the violence began after the stabbing of a northwest English city of Southport. Demonstrators organized by far right and anti-immigration groups damaged cities across the country Saturday and Sunday, and some of them were met with counter-protest. Several cities issued orders throughout the weekend granting police more power. Now, on Saturday, they said 150 people were arrested. Now, when I woke up this morning, I saw an article that said 400. So, according to a news release from the National Police official, B.J. Harrington, it's not immediately clear how many of those arrests would be charged and whether all of those arrests were part of a far-right anti-immigration march. So, y'all, I guess they call themselves trying to run these immigrants out of the country. This is what they're attempting to do. Harry was right. Harry said he will not let Meghan and his children step foot in the UK because it's not safe there. It's not safe there. And, sad, Harry, but you're not safe here in the U.S. either. The U.S. is very violent. It is a violent, heinous, hateful, and very unstable country. It really is. This place ain't stable. And you got too many people running it with too many biases. Anybody they put in office, you can best believe they got racism and biases all over them. And look at the people running. You got lousy people. They always got lousy candidates. Please, it's violent over here too. When you start a country in violence, it's going to always be violent. Somebody said to me, that ain't true. Okay, well, show me one place on earth where that's not true. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. I guess you just like to hear yourself talk. So anyway, y'all, as you can see, these far right protesters are throwing bricks and chairs at the hotel, shattering glass, windows, which I did see in the video, doors. They clash with riot police. One man photographed throwing a fire extinguisher. And you saw how they're attacking openly the cops. And the cops do the same thing here in the U.S. If the person doing the attacking look just like them and it's a riot going on, they'll just stand around and do nothing, just like here in the U.S. Y'all think they talk to each other? I think they do, because they do the exact same thing. They do the same thing. So anyway, police injuries included a suspected broken bone, head injuries that knocked an officer unconscious in South Yorkshire. Officers had regained access to the hotel and are continuing to disperse the group away from the area. One person was arrested. No one at the hotel picked up the phone, so I guess they were trying to see if they could interview someone there to find out what's going on. And police said they would be stationed at the hotel into Monday, according to the press release. So it's been a wave of violent demonstration that began after a false rumor spread on social media that a person who fatally stabbed 3 children Monday was in the country illegally. Oh, y'all make up stories just like they do here in the US. Wow, y'all really are the same people. You really are. Y'all didn't y'all always make stories up to lynch a black man and all that stuff? Yeah, y'all do that mess. Y'all UK and the US are like sisters. Fat, ugly Karen sisters. That's what they're like. So anyway, the police charged a 17-year-old with murder in the stabbing soon after. They said, they made this whole thing up just to get the riot started. They made up a story just to get a race riot started. Doesn't that sound familiar, y'all? Isn't that what happened here in the U.S. on this soil? Lies made up to take down over 200 towns. Lie made up to take down Black Wall Street. Yeah, they do the same thing in the UK too. All right. So, y'all, it's got a lot of damage. And what do these people say? Oh, it's stupid to burn down in your own town. Well, what are they doing over there? Aren't these people burning down their own town? Yeah. And they look just like y'all. And they're burning down their own town and setting the place ablaze, tearing things up, busting out windows. Yeah. I wonder if you'll tell those people it don't make any sense to tear up your own town and burn down. No. You just got that reserved for us. My bad. So anyway, y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about this video. I mean, they got cars ablaze. This place is turned up for real. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.